Hello everyone. This is Olga and this is Kate. Kate just started doing Ashtanga yoga, and every morning we're coming onto the mat and practicing the full primary series. And we had the idea that there will probably be people who are interested in doing Ashtanga yoga, but they just don't know how to start.
And who are as grateful as I am with such a teacher, which is constantly showing up in my room, and to keep that practice going. Really, because without teacher, obviously, I wouldn't be doing that.
Thank you. Yeah. And what we thought, every morning we will post a video of one part of the full primary series. So for instance, today we will start with sun salutations and then just the beginning of the Ashtanga primary series. And then towards the end you will have the full primary series just for beginners, with all the modifications, and even if a posture doesn't really fit really good, you can always do something so that it feels more comfortable for you and it's more safe to actually practice that posture. And you can always ask any questions. I'm happy to answer them, and I would suggest to get started. Yes. Yeah, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Are you?
Great, yeah, I am ready. I'm excited. Okay, Kitty, if you can come to the top of the mat. And traditionally what we're doing is we are chanting an opening mantra and a closing mantra. And the opening mantra is really there to give gratitude to the practice, to the teachers that came before us over generations and generations, that have passed on this beautiful practice of Ashtanga yoga. And we also invite the energies that help us to transform the conditionings of the mind, and to really pray that this practice is going to help us with the physical ailments or anything that is going on for us, that this is going to be dissolved. And that's the opening mantra. It's in Sanskrit, so we're doing a call and response. So I'm chanting first and then you chant with me.
And I'm doing my very best, and I'm not perfect in this, and you may not be either, so just practice that, because I do that every day too. And even if I do mistakes, it is not exactly a big deal. So if you feel like it, you can just chant along.
Yeah, right? And there is even, in the internet, you can even find the text if you're really interested in it. Great, so let's center us. We can bring our palms together in front of the chest. Let's take some deep breaths in and out through the nose. And let's inhale for an Om together. Vande Gurunam Charanaravinde, Vande Gurunam Charanaravinde, Sandashita Swatma Sukhava Bodhe, Sandashita Swatma Sukhava Bodhe, Nishreyase Jangalikaya Mane, Nishreyase Jangalikaya Mane, Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantye, Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantye, Abahu Purushakaram, Abahu Purushakaram, Shankachakrasi Darinam, Shankachakrasi Darinam, Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam, Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam, Pranamami Patanjalim, Pranamami Patanjalim. feet together. Really elongate your whole body. Bring the arms next to the body. And just imagine how a thread is pulling you up to the ceiling. And we're going to start engaging our bandhas. We're engaging the Mula Bandha, we're engaging the Uddiyana Bandha, and these bandhas are the so-called locks. And you can imagine the Mula Bandha, the root lock, as something as if you want to go to the toilet and pee, but you're holding in. That's kind of the sensation you want to maintain throughout the whole practice. And the Uddiyana Bandha is a feeling as if you're pulling the stomach in and up. So it's an elongation of the spine. So it's at the beginning it's very difficult to maintain it throughout the whole practice, but really try and to remember to engage these two locks. The other thing which is very important is to activate the Ujjayi breath. And the Ujjayi breath is something where you breathe in and out through the nose only. And you constrict the throat in a way that the sound, it sounds like a wave, or a little bit like Darth Vader. And you can even imagine how you are having a mirror in front of you and you're just doing this, ha, but with the mouth closed. So really try to keep that Ujjayi breath during the practice. And this is all meant to keep the energy moving and flowing in your body and not to lose any energy outside of your vessel.
But the breathing in is normal, right? Only the Ujjayi is only...
No, it's both. It's both inhaling and exhaling through the nose, constricted throat. And you can even make it really, really audible so that you can actually hear it. Okay, so we're going to get started. Really make your body super, super long and strong and activate your thighs, your legs, your butt. You can open up your eyes here, and with the next inhale, you bring your arms all the way up to the ceiling, and with the exhale, you fold forward. Inhale, you come into a halfway lift, and if your hands are not touching the floor, you can even place them on the shins, like this. Just really make sure that the spine is really nice and long here. Exhale, you fold forward. Inhale, bring the hands onto the mat and step back into a plank. Then, as a beginner, I suggest you just lower down first on your knees, then you lower down onto the chest, then on the chin. Then with the inhale, you come into a cobra, like this. And exhale, come back onto your knees, into a tabletop position, and push yourself into a downward facing dog. And with the downward facing dog, really make sure that the sitting bones are facing to the ceiling, that the spine is nice and elongated, that the palms are really flat on the mat, and the shoulders away from the ears. And as a beginner, it might be very difficult to bring the heels down to the floor first, so here you can really bend the knees. And the reason for bending the knees is to really keep that spine nice and long, because that's the first thing that you want to really practice on. With the next exhale, you look forward and step your feet to the top of the mat. Exactly. Into a halfway lift. And again, you can choose to bring the hands onto the shin. And then exhale, you fold forward. With the next inhale, you come all the way up. And exhale, Samastitihi. The hands back to the body. And we're going to do it one more time. And this time, if you're a little bit more advanced in sun salutations, you can also do some jump backs or jump forwards. You can even come into an upward facing dog. So we're going to show that as well. Okay, so with the inhale, arms up, Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat and jump back. In straight into chaturanga. Exact chaturanga is the plank with the bent elbows. Inhale, come into an upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And again, here we stay here for 5 breaths and really make sure you can bring the feet parallel to each other, hip width distance apart. Again, ground the hands really, really strongly into the mat. Open up the shoulders here, away from the ears. Bringing the sitting bones really high to the ceiling. Beautiful. And after the 5th exhale, you look forward and jump forward into a halfway lift and exhale, forward folding. Inhale, keeping your legs straight. Yeah. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, Samastitihi. And Samastitihi in Ashtanga is the first position, the position from where everything's happening. Beautiful. So this is Sun Salutation A, or in Sanskrit they call it Surya Namaskar. Surya means the sun and Namaskar is the salutation. And we're going to come into Surya Namaskar B, Sun Salutation B. So with this one, we're bringing the feet together again. And again, with the inhale, we're actually going to bend our knees and come into a chair pose. Arms up and exhale, fold forward again. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, you can step back or jump back. Lowering down, your choice, either through knees, chest, chin, or straight into chaturanga, and either into cobra with the inhale, or into an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. With the next inhale, bring the right foot forward in between your hands. The left foot is flat on the mat. And inhale, come all the way up. You can even gaze up to the hands. And exhale, come back into a vinyasa. And vinyasa is this sequence that is now coming. Inhaling, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing. Other side, inhale, left leg to the top of the mat, and exhale, vinyasa. Inhaling here, cobra or upward facing dog, and exhaling, downward facing dog, and we're staying here again for 5 breaths. And if you've been practicing this sequence for a longer period of time, someday you will be able to really bring these heels down to the mat as well. Otherwise, you're just going to work on that spine lengthening. Beautiful. And with the 5th exhale, you look forward, you either step forward or jump forward into a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, this time you bend your knees, come back into a chair, and exhale, come back into Samastitihi. Beautiful. So you will do the Sun Salutation B 5 times as well. So Sun A, Sun B, 5 times. When you're in downward facing dog, you're staying there for 5 breaths. So once you've done this opening of the sun salutations, which is really there to warm up your body, to warm up your system, and you will realize, ooh, you're actually sweating a lot, and you actually need to get rid of your clothes. It depends of your temperature tolerance, of course. Okay, so the next posture would be to open up your legs. And that's you're doing with the inhale. So when you inhale, you jump your feet hip width distance apart. You can even bring your hands onto the hips. You can inhale here, and with the exhale, you bend forward and try to grab the big toes with your peace fingers. So again, inhale, come into a halfway lift. Exhale, you fold forward. If you cannot reach the toes, that's totally fine. You can also just place your hands wherever they reach, because you really want to work on the lengthening of the spine. Otherwise, if you are able to reach them, you can grab the big toes with the peace fingers, and this posture is called Padangusthasana. So you stay here for 5 breaths, and after the 5th breath, you come into a halfway lift. You exhale here, stay there, just stay there for a bit. And then with the inhale, place your palms underneath the feet. Exactly. And then exhaling back into a forward fold. If you cannot do the first one, you don't even have to try the second one. Just really work on opening up the hamstrings and really lengthening and elongating the spine. That's the most important things as a beginner. Otherwise, you can try to bring you closer to the legs by pulling your hands underneath the feet. This posture is called Padangusthasana. And after the 5th breath, with the inhale, you come into a halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands onto the hips. And inhale, come back up. Exhale, jump the feet back together, Samastitihi. Beautiful. We're coming to the next posture, which is the triangle pose, or in Sanskrit it's called Utthita Trikonasana. So with this, we always bring the right leg behind first. So you step back and you turn to the other side. So make sure that left foot is facing the end of the mat. You keep that leg lengthened, yes. And you extend your arms, and with the inhale you can come into really nice expansion here, and with the exhale you place your hand as a beginner ideally on the shin if you cannot reach the big toe. So traditionally you would reach for the big toe, but for now as a beginner just keep it there, because you want to really work on that hip opening and the chest opening. Bring that arm all the way up. Imagine energy coming from the foot on the floor up to the arm, to the ceiling. Imagine that energy line here. And after the 5th breath, with the inhale, you come up again. And you turn to the other side. So with the exhale, left side. And the same thing here. Working on that opening of the hip, chest opening. And imagine how the chest is rotated up to the ceiling. And the gaze goes up to the hand as well. We're staying here for 5 breaths. Inhale, come all the way up. Now exhale, turn back to the back of the mat again. This time, that foot is placed a little bit further, maybe even, like this, so that it's not in a straight line. It makes it a little bit easier to get into the next posture. You can even, as a beginner, bring that foot a little bit further outwards. Yeah. So, with this next posture, you can place your right hand onto the sacrum. With the inhale, bring the left arm up, and with the exhale, we're coming into reverse triangle, Paravritta Trikonasana. So you can place your hand, your left hand, to the outer edge of the mat. If you have a block, great, you can use it. Otherwise, just use any objects you can find. For instance, this beautiful vase. And bring the hand, the arm, all the way up to the ceiling. And bring the hands really tightly together, the fingers. Because because you want the energy to really move upwards. And try to work on the lengthening of that front leg. Beautiful. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go to the other side. So same thing here. You can bring that back leg a little bit to this side. It's going to be easier to balance. So again, this time you can place the left hand onto the sacrum. The right arm goes up, inhale here, and exhale. You can again use a block or any objects, bottles, vases, pets, anything works. Just be kind to the pets. Beautiful. And you can really make sure that this part is square. It's parallel to the mat and that there is no one side going a little bit higher than the other. So that's very important here. And the back foot is flat on the mat, that's also very important here. And after the 5th breath, you come all the way up with the inhale. And with the exhale, you come into Samastitihi. Beautiful. So the next posture would be similar to what we just did. With the inhale, you bring the right leg behind you. You turn that leg to the other side. The stance is a little bit wider. Yeah, and this time you actually bend that front leg and you keep the body to the side. Extend your arms and bring the right arm to the mat, or as a beginner, to the thigh. So that could be the beginner version. If you want to do a little bit more, you can place the hand at the outside. And again, you can use a block or an object to support you with that. And here it's the same thing, working with that rotation, with the opening of the hip, with the opening of the chest. And you can try and gaze to the hands. And this time you want to have an energy line from that left foot up to that hand. So really imagine there is an energy running along the side of the body. Beautiful. With the inhale, you come up again. And exhale, you turn to the other side. Your choice. You bend that left leg. Yes. You can choose this variation. You can also choose to bring the hand down to the floor, depending on your level. Yeah, and really try to keep that back leg nice and strong, activating the thighs here. Really pressing that foot into the mat. And pressing the left foot into the mat as well. And trying to try not to collapse the left leg inwards, but really try to bring it nice and evenly. Nice. Inhale, come up. Exhale, turn to the other side again. And this time, as a beginner, you can drop on your knee. So you drop onto your left knee. And we're coming into a twist again. So, left arm up, inhale here. Exhale, twist the arm. And yeah, that's exactly it. That's the beginner version. And again, from here you can build onto it. You can now even bring that knee away from the mat. That's possible. Or you can even bring the left hand down to the mat, but on the outside, because you want to have the twist. And then bring the leg up, and the arm, the arm goes to the window, that way. So this is a modification of the actual pose. And once you've progressed with the pose, inhale, come up. Yeah, exhausting, huh?
Yes, it is.
Once you progress with the pose, you can one day get into the full posture, and I'm happy to demonstrate the full posture. So again, you can just drop onto the knee, inhale the right arm up, exhale, you twist, bring the hand down to the outer edge of the left foot, in this case, and you bring the knee away from the mat, but this time look at the foot is rotating outwards, and the left arm goes up, and I'm gazing to the left hand. 5 breaths here, and with the inhale you come up, and exhale, come into Samasthiti. Yeah, so that's for today. That's it for today. And we will do another one probably tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and then we'll see how we progress with the series. So we're happy about any likes and comments and
wishes maybe also.
Yeah, some wishes, maybe there are some questions, maybe something you don't really understand about yoga, about Ashtanga, about what this hype is all about. Otherwise, have a beautiful day. And I hope that you will, if you don't have a mat yet, grab a mat, get a mat, and start practicing and do as much as you can. Really be safe and healthy.
Yeah, and it's not about doing all the things that I've done or that we've done exactly the way, but try to keep your boundaries and try to not hurt yourself. And if something is hurting, then...
Exactly. And with the Ashtanga series, just start with these few postures that we demonstrated, and then from then we will build on and add more postures as we go along. But yeah, just make sure you listen to your body and take care of yourself.
Yes.
Namaste!